The Coalition of Concerned Teachers Association have called off their industrial strike after reaching an agreement with the government. They had agitated over unpaid allowances. Our Ashanti Regional Correspondent Evans Inkum joins us live with the details.
Of concerned teachers, and what is happening? Well, what we have been told or what we've gathered so far indicates that the Coalition of Concerned Teachers has called off their strike. Let me just read to you some of the very concerns that they raised when they announced last week when they announced their strike action. Now, they were demanding for non-payment of incremental credit arrears. They were demanding for non-payment of car maintenance allowance. Also, refusal by National Pension Regulatory Authority to grant certificate for the commencement of GES occupational pension scheme. They were also demanding for the scrapping of teachers' trainees allowances and also hikes in utility prices. Join me here is the National Communication Director of CCT, Ken Ali Awudu. I'm told you are smiling to the banks already.
Not really. But the issues that we raised are partly addressed. On the 29th of October, we met the Ministry of Education and then the Ghana Education Service. The Ministry of Education was represented by Mr. Ukujatu Abroko, Honorable. And then the Ghana Education Service was represented by Deputy Director General Mr. Hatochega, and then the Director HRM, that is Mr. Paul Kramper. Now, at that particular meeting, it was agreed that one, the incremental credit, which is in arrears of 24 months, will be paid before the end of this year, December 2013. That the car maintenance allowance, which is in arrears of 3 years, check has been released for the payment of the car maintenance allowance. Then the next day, which is 30th of October this same month, last month October, we met again at the Labour Commission together with all the stakeholders. Then at the Labour Commission, it was agreed that the National Pension Regulatory Authority released the certificate for the commencement of the GES occupational pension scheme. So as we speak, the certificate has been issued for the commencement of the occupational pension scheme. And also, the money that we're talking about that has been deducted from their salaries of teachers for the past 5 years, for the past 3 years, but we don't know where it is. The Ghana Education Service has been giving statement of account, telling them where the money is and the arrear and the interest that has been accrued on the money for the past 3 years. On the issue of teacher trainee allowance, it still remains a stalemate, and the consultations are still ongoing. On the issues of hikes in utility prices, the stance that the TUC have taken is commendable, and we all support it because we also form part of organized labor.
And now the TUC has a meeting with PURC. So are you also saying that whatever comes out of the meeting, you are also going to accede to that?
Yes, we are part of organized labor. And then the TUC has already come out with an 18th November as a deadline for which government is supposed to respond. Other than that, we all withdraw our services. The only thing that we are not happy about is for TUCs to declare a post-dated strike. We are not happy with the post-dated strike. The strike action should have been immediate because people are already feeling the pinch. But nevertheless, we support the action of the TUC and we shall support it for the increment in the utilities to be brought down.
Now, back to your demands early on. Now, you are directing the leadership. Yes, you are directing the rank and file of your people to actually go back to the classrooms and change and teach. Have you gone through the number of the public basic schools where your people are, and have you seen them going by the new directive?
Yes, please. This is Enoch Asante Abroko, Ashanti Regional Vice Chairman, Coalition of Concerned Teachers. It's indeed true that having heard the decision taken by our national executives that we should go back because they've met the stakeholders and have decided that we should go back to the classroom and teach, this afternoon, after 2 o'clock, we are meeting all our district executives where we will be issuing the press release to them so that they send to their various districts and sensitize them and ask all of them to go back to their various schools and make sure they start teaching by Monday, since this issue has been tackled halfway through.
Okay. Now, Ken, will you say that your meeting with the authority has been very fruitful?
Partly fruitful, especially the meeting we had on the 29th with the Honorable Minister, Mr. Okujato Ablokwa. In fact, we are happy with the way he handled the issues. We are happy with the way he handled the issues. And then we also agree to the fact that the issues has been addressed partly through. For example, we were told that by the end of this year, the incremental credit arrears will be paid. Then we asked the Honorable Minister that we are already in November, and then salaries for the month of November have already started processing. They have already started processing it. Then we asked him, what if the year goes to an end, and then the arrears are not paid? The answer he gave us was that we already know what to do. We can go on strike. And also, as we speak, we are very much aware that this November, something will be paid. But where we are not happy is for government to always wait for the leadership of unions to declare strike before coming in to solve issues. For example, incremental credit is in arrears of 24 months. Car maintenance allowance is in arrears of 3 years.
Okay, so these are something that we've mentioned earlier on. But let me ask you again. You said you are going to respect any decision that comes out from TUC, PEC deliberations on the increment in the utility tariffs. Are you standing by that? Are you giving us that assurance? Because I quite remember, I mean, the formation of this CCT came out from, or stems out from NAT, Ghana National Association of Teachers. I mean, when they were actually also embarking on certain strikes and you did not like the way they were going about their whole thing. That was that splinter group that came out of CCT. Are we not going to see a similar case here, or you still stand by that assurance that whatever comes out